Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with Kat. Today we're making a delicious Peruvian stir fry called Lomo Saltado. And let me walk you through the ingredients because they're so good and so simple. You're gonna need some sliced up flank steak, or I have flat meat here, but you can also use top sirloin. And to season this meat, we're going to need black pepper, minced or freshly chopped garlic, touch of cumin, salt. And we're also going to need these yellow peppers here. I found them at a Hispanic grocery store. It's called Aji Amarillo, product of Peru. And this is essential for this dish. You can leave it out really and just tweak the recipe around, but I just love the flavor that it gives. You also have red onions here that I cut in wedges, Roma tomatoes that I also cut in wedges, cilantro that I've roughly chopped. We're going to need soy sauce, distilled white vinegar, and beef stock. We're also going to need potatoes, for the fries. You can actually use frozen potatoes, but I'm using fresh ones, and that's why I left them in cold water, because that way they wouldn't go brown as I'm prepping all this stuff. And you're going to need something to put your potatoes in. I've put them here in this container, and then just after you're done frying the potatoes, we're going to place them directly here. Okay, and here's a tip because the stir fry is really going to be a quick process. Prep everything, chop everything beforehand, so that way you can just throw it all in and we're good to go. The first thing that we're going to do is season up our meat. Okay, so throw all the seasonings in there. So good. Okay, and then just mix it all up. Very well seasoned. Mix it, and in a medium heat pan, you're going to fill it with vegetable frying oil, or whatever frying oil you're using to fry up the potatoes. So I'm going to leave this here now that we coat it evenly. Set this aside. What I'm going to do now is fry the potatoes. Drain them out of the water, and as soon as your potatoes are done, you're going to transfer it on that on this little container here with paper towels. I'm so excited about this dish, I can't even talk, but we'll be right back. Now that our fries are finished, I have reserved them, I have drained the oil and just set them aside. You're gonna crank up the heat to high. Get ready, because the oil is probably gonna splash, but you know what? This dish is so worth it and so delicious. We're gonna finish the rest of our dish here. Let's get started, okay? So as you can see, this is steaming very, very, very high, and you wanna make sure that you have a big sized pan. You're going to throw in your beef, okay? Now you wanna keep it, you don't wanna overcrowd it, because what can happen to your dish, to your beef, is that it can steam instead of sautéing it. And of course, juices are going to render out from the beef, and that is okay. If you feel the need to drain it, it's fine, okay? Now, stir fry is usually done in a wok, but I don't have one. It's okay, the dish is still delicious and good. So this is going to be browning quickly, but that is okay. And before it's fully, and pay attention to this really, because you never want to overcook your beef, because it becomes tough. So just when it's about finished, for the majority part, that's when we're going to add our peppers and our onions. So leave it in maybe just for another minute, and we'll go ahead and add the onions and the peppers. So I've continued, stirring and sautéing my beef for about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and now I'm going to add the onions. Okay, remember you want to keep the heat on high. Everything's going to be cooked on high all the way until the end, okay? So you can use your wooden spoon to break this up. And, when you're doing a stir fry, you really don't want the onions to become really translucent. You still want that bite, that crunch in your onions and your peppers. So I'm adding the peppers, and stir in for about another minute or two, or until you see that the onions are grasping color, but still, have that hard crunch onto them. So our onions look golden brown, and our peppers as well. What I'm gonna do now is add your distilled white vinegar. No, not so much of it, just to give it flavor. And your soy sauce, okay? Again, high heat actually, till the end. So we're gonna stir this in for about 30 more seconds on high heat. And after that, we're going to add our tomatoes. Okay, now that that's all well combined in there, I'm gonna add my tomatoes and keep stirring. You don't want your tomatoes too soft, but you want them to soften up a little bit so that they can release their juices. This is so juicy and so good. So if this is okay for you, then you can go ahead and add your fries. But what I do is add a little bit of beef stock, because I really do like my Lomo Saltado or my Peruvian beef stir fry to be a little moist and have a little, or actually I should say be a little juicy. So continue stirring that in, and the last thing that we're going to do is go ahead and add our fries. Guys, our Lomo Saltado is about finished. Oh my gosh, just look at this. This is so good and it smells incredible. Oh my gosh, I just want to hide in the closet and eat this all by myself and forget about problems in the whole world. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just when it's about finished, and you want to taste it for seasoning, like if you want more salt or pepper, and what you're going to do is add your fries. And of course, the fries don't stay crispy. This is a Lomo Saltado for you with soggy fries. And then just garnish with cilantro. Oh my gosh. Oh my, are you guys looking at this? I hope you're making it like right now with me, because this is just amazingly good, great, awesome, lovely, and all things good. So I'm gonna turn this off and I'm gonna plate it up for you. And our Lomo Saltado is all finished. Look at this. Oh my gosh, traditionally it's served with steamed white rice, but that's optional. You know, this dish really gets put together in no time whatsoever. The sauce, everything, my mouth is watering because it's just so good. Easy, takes no time whatsoever. Let's give it a try. Wow, you're gonna love this. You don't even have to go to a Peruvian restaurant. The Peruvian restaurant can come from your kitchen. Thank you guys, God bless you. Check the description box for some tips and written instructions on this dish, but please make it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe. See you next time.